Josh Hicks here, and we are back to our second video of the 3-video series of our process for helping carriers maintain a full lineup of truck drivers, and the retention piece also that we're going to be talking about in the third video of kind of some of the things that we do that stand out and actually keep them around. But let's talk about number one. By the way, check us out at keepdrivers.com if you want to learn more about us and just kind of get into more depth. Connect with us there, and we can really go over a lot of this. This is kind of a real quick overview, but wanted to bring some value to you just to really show you kind of why we stand out, why we have so many drivers. We talked about the non-biased approach that we do and how our carrier partners are winning by this. First off, we've got about a third of the drivers in the nation that are actually part of our network. They're not just on a board or something that we don't have communication with or don't know. We work daily to try to communicate with them, and you can imagine that's a pretty extensive job. Our people pride in making sure that we are connecting and tapping into those driver candidates as they move into your positions, as well as many other things in their life, as we explained in that first video. If you didn't see it and somehow you got over to this one, go back and check it out, please. Number two, media, branding, our coaching and training. I want to talk about that today. We get a lot of carriers that have asked us, hey, do you do media, or are you the recruiting company? I've even had carriers out here say, I think we have something like yours. We wouldn't be interested at this time. But yet they just told me before that they had, 1,000 driver shortage, and what they needed, or they had a high turnover and they wasn't getting their trucks filled every week. I didn't really understand the concept of that. You've got a problem on getting drivers in there, and we've got a resource that will give that to you. And so that's what we were kind of talking about, the media and the branding. It's not necessarily that we're media or branding or just recruiting. We're actually a driver coaching company. So we actually have a network of drivers, with the Drive United group being just over a million drivers and constantly adding new candidates on a daily. We do a lot of our communication in social media platforms. It's where we do a lot of our training and giveaways and things that we add value to a truck driver's life without asking for anything. They're just part of our network. So that's something that we gain a lot of value with them and a lot of respect in being part of our network. As we obviously bring in strategic carrier partners, they gain that respect and they get that branding automatically with our candidates because we talk you up. Again, if you caught in the first video, we strategically bring on carrier partners. We do not bring everybody that calls us. We are very specific about who we're calling. So if you've been called by me or one of my members, it is a very serious thing, or we're getting a lot of talk about you through our network and a lot of interest. The thing is we want to add value with that media and branding automatically by it without having to go out here and necessarily hire big media companies and things like that. We can help you in that process. We know how to do that. You're going to get a lot of it by default by being a part of our network anyways when we put you out there. I want to talk a little bit about the coaching and training side of it. This is another benefit, and this is how we're changing it. By coaching drivers on a daily to do more efficient things, to be better representation of themselves or the company that they're working for. We do all kinds of trainings on how to do that. We automatically give them free information on maybe topics that you're bringing up or that you're having issues with. We want to learn that about what you're dealing with in your business and help that process through it. And that's kind of tapping on the third video, which we talk about retention. We'll get more into that. But it's the communication that we bring. We automatically communicate through social media. It's why we have the media and the branding. It's why we've become very good at it and understand how to bring lead generation and how to keep them interested in staying. And then, obviously by that, you're going to have that auto branding. So I wanted to kind of touch base on that media branding and the coaching and training side. Are we bringing lead generation? Are we having media? Are we bringing branding? We do all that by default. But we're like no other out here. There's nobody doing what we do. There's nobody that has a network of drivers like we do, that we actually go out, and our number one job is to keep them in communication with us, to be able to vouch for our carrier partners in that move in a career, but more than that, keep them there, and many of the things that we give value to the driver. So that's why you will be winning as a carrier partner when coming into our network. Now, that is for number 2 video right there. I hope this brought some value to you in understanding of what we actually do. Not only that, check us out over at keepdrivers.com if you want to learn more. We're going to be going through that next video. Check us out on the third video. We'll be talking about retention over there, and we all know that that's a very important thing, so I really want to kind of get into that. A lot of this is going to be a part of it, but we're going to tell you a couple of steps that we take to get there and keep them in your seat. Until then, we will see you on the other side. Hey, thanks for sticking around. And by the way, you like videos like that, check this out right next to us right here. It's going to be exactly what you need. If you're new, subscribe down below. You'll get updated on all new information coming. And if you comment below, I'm going to be pulling somebody on a monthly to give free coaching away. Looking forward to it. See you on the other side.